Hey guys, it's Sebastian. In this video, as you guys read from the title, took a store from $0 to $240 in one day. Now that's not to say I found the product in one day and did all that stuff. It took a little more time, but I launched ads and in the first day I generated $240. So in this video, what I'm going to do is walk through my ad account. I'll actually log into it and show you guys it, show you how I tested the product, and then moving forward, how I plan on scaling the product, because so many people struggle with running the test ads and then from there, analyzing the data and seeing where to scale and then how to scale their ads. I'll also cover how I found the product, how I contacted the suppliers and all of that stuff, even fulfillment and basically everything. So before we get into it, be sure to leave a like and click subscribe. But now that that is out of the way, let's get into this video. Also, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram already, I'll have a link in the description for that. I do Q&As, polls, and all that stuff pretty consistently, and I try to reply to my DMs as much as I possibly can. But other than that, let's get into the video. Before I get into my ad account, I want to again discuss how I found the product. So how did I find this product? I've made plenty of videos discussing certain product research strategies, methods, and websites, tools, all of that stuff. This product specifically, I did not use any of those strategies. Essentially what happened was my mom was going on her Facebook feed and she saw a product on there and she showed me it. She's like, oh, this is a cool product. And then I went through the website and saw that it was dropshipping. From there, I started to do a little bit of digging and realized that it was a pretty cool product that I could potentially scale for Q4. So I know I again talk about a lot of different research methods, but sometimes just asking someone who shops online a lot to see their Facebook feed or Instagram feed can help you find a lot of good products. If you guys have family members or friends who are engaged shoppers who you know spend a lot of money and order products online, I would definitely suggest asking them to see their Instagram feed or Facebook feed. This strategy may seem a little non-traditional, but it does work. Sometimes I'll ask my parents to go through their Facebook feed or Instagram feed just so I can see what sort of products are on there, and then from there do some research. So that's when I found this product, and then what I did was started to do some digging on the suppliers to find out how much I could source the product for. This particular product, I was looking to sell for $30 to $35. So we'll just say 30. If I'm selling a product for $30, I need to have it shipped to the customer for $10 or less. That will allow for $20 profit. And then if I spend $10 on ads, that will leave me with a total of $10 profit after everything, which that's pretty good. That's 30%. I'm completely fine with that. After doing some research on Alibaba and AliExpress, I decided I wanted to actually just order inventory and test out the product with US inventory to get faster shipping to my customers, because I wanted to use PayPal for this store. So on Alibaba, after I contacted some of the suppliers, one of them said that they could ship me units for $5 shipped per unit to California, which that's where I fulfill out of, and then it would cost me another $3 to ship it out to my customer. That's going to be a total of $8 shipped to each customer. That's pretty good for margin. So from there, I just ordered 50 units to see how I could sell the products, and then we moved into the testing phase of Facebook. A lot of people also get confused about content when they're testing a product and running ads when they're not sure if the product's going to work, because I wasn't sure if it's going to work. I ordered 50 units. It cost me like a few $100. I wasn't really too worried about it. So what I do for content, I don't shoot custom content yet. I just use a website called Top Notch Ads. They make basically all of my video ads. I'll have a link in the description for that. But I just had them make one video ad, and then that was what I used for Facebook. From there, I had my team build out the website while the inventory was coming over to California, and then by the time it was here, we were ready to run the product. Now for payment processors, I'm using Shopify Payments and PayPal. PayPal I can use because I believe it's like 3-day shipping to my customers, so that's really fast. And I'm in contact with PayPal. So if you're running PayPal, make sure you contact them pretty often and just let them know like, hey, we plan on scaling, or like, is there any information we need to provide for you guys? Just ask them if you like anything that they need so that they can keep you in good standings with your account, because sometimes they ban you for the dumbest reasons. So keep that in mind if you are going to use PayPal. It is a little bit risky. Now that that is all covered though, let's get into what you guys probably are here to see: my ad account, how I ran the ads, and how I plan to scale this up. I should be doing around $3,000 a day in the next week or so. I just have to wait on more inventory. So let's get into it. I was planning on making this video and being really structured and planned and like have everything planned out, but I'm just going to record myself going through my ad account. I think that will be the most helpful thing for you guys. I'm not really good at blurring stuff out on my screen, so this whole left side will be blurred out. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I'm saying that to the future self because right now it shows everything, but I'm going to blur out all my campaigns, my ad account name, and all that stuff just because it shows my product name and all that. So off the bat, I had 2 active campaigns when I was testing the product. I have an ABO test on top. We can scroll over to the budget right here. This is using ad set budget. And then I also have a CBO that I launched at $100 daily spend. Now off the bat, nothing looks too crazy. I did spend a lot more on the ABO campaign, But this was the first day of testing, and on the first day, I got a total of 7 purchases at an overall cost at $40, and that's not good because my ROAS was less than 1, meaning I was not profitable at all. If you'll notice, I spent a lot more on the ABO, so I spent 184, and I only generated $75. And then on the CBO, I spent 97 on the first day and generated 160. So this was actually profitable. I believe my break even was around 1.47, or we'll just say 1.5. So this was profitable, and this was really good that it did this on the first day. So that gave me some sign that this is a potential product that I can scale. Now we'll go into the ad sets, and I'll show you guys exactly which ad sets performed well and all of that stuff. So, all right, so I'm now in the ad set level of these campaigns that I had active, and I just sorted by purchases to see which ad sets have purchases. These both are the same interest, but if I scroll over, one was using the campaign budget, one was using the ad set budget. So keep that in mind. Off the bat, I'll just show you guys click-through rate was average 2.17. This one at about 3.3. So click-through rate was pretty good. All of the video ads that I was using, I use top-notch ads. I've probably said that before in this video. A lot of people think I don't. They think I like own the website or something. I don't. They make my videos for my ads. So this first ad set got 3 purchases in one day with an average cost per purchase of $7. And again, this top one was with the CBO, which was great. It performed really well. And that brought me a ROAS of 6.37, which was pretty good. At that point, I was like, okay, this product does have potential. This ad set does have potential as well, because on the other ad set, that was an ad set budget, it does have 2 purchases at a cost per purchase of $9.60, not $2, with an overall ROAS of 2.61. So from here, basically what I'm looking for is I'm looking for consistency. Off the first day, it's kind of easy to tell if the product is going to work or not. Obviously, I see some profitable ROAS, so from here in my head, I'm compiling up a conclusion that this product is going to be working for myself, and I know it's going to work at a small scale, so now I just need to start testing it out at a larger scale. Now I've tested this product for a few days, so we'll go over a few more days. Now, as you guys can see here, all of the ABO ad sets, they're turned off, and the reason is because I messed up when I tested this product and all these ads. I meant to do a $10 per day ad set budget on 10 ad sets so that it can be 10 or $100 and $100, 100 CBO, $100 ABO, and I messed up on that, so I just turned off the whole campaign because I saw that the product was working well, and the ABOs with $20 spend, they weren't working too well. They were overall not as profitable as the CBOs. So that was day 1. We'll move into day 2, and I'll show you guys some of the results as well. We'll go by purchases again. So these are both the same interest but different campaigns. The top one was the ABO, and then the bottom one was the CBO, and I only got 3 purchases on this day, which brought me really unprofitable results, a 0.3 ROAS. That was, again, not really good, but I'm not looking to profit this first week or so. Here was one ad set that was profitable, so this one had a 1.88 ROAS. At that point, I was like, okay, this one may have some potential. Now, I didn't want to make any conclusions on any of these ads until they had at least 3 or 4 purchases at a consistently profitable cost per purchase. So I'm aiming for $10. That'll bring me a 3 ROAS. That'll be really profitable. I'll be at about 30% margins. So anything above that, I'll maybe be a little bit hesitant about. Anything less, I'll gratefully take. So this was day 2, a little lower than the first day was, but obviously I'm not going to be consistent with ads. I'll quickly go over Facebook inconsistencies because it's kind of a foreign territory, so Facebook will never be consistent with your purchases. It's not like you're going to get the same exact amount of purchases every single day. So let's say yesterday or the 14th is when I tested the product. I got, I think I said 7 purchases. Yeah, so I got 7. And then the next day I got 3. That's a big fluctuation. That's more than 50% purchases weren't even generated. So if I'm now getting 100, like I scaled to 100 purchases per day, maybe I'm going from 90 to 110. That still is a big fluctuation. It's a lot more than 4 purchases, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm spending a lot more money, so the volatility won't affect my revenue too much. But when you're just testing out and you're barely spending any money on ads, you can't expect Facebook to generate you the same amount of sales every single day. It's just not how it works. They need money to play with because everything is not going to be consistent. So that's just a brief overview of inconsistencies. We'll go on to the next day, which was the 16th, and we'll see how I did here. As you guys can see, the ads performed really well, and I'll go over here and show you guys. This was a CBO. Look at the results for this. So I only got 6 link clicks, a 3.54 click-through rate. That's really good. A cost per click of 51 cents. That's really good. and from 6 link clicks generated 2 purchases at $1.78 cost per purchase. That's really good. Like, that's not even really any money, bringing me a 35.2 ROAS. Very profitable. And then we have another one down here, generated me 1 sale. I believe this was, yeah, that was a CBO as well. So that brought me a sale at $10.88, and then that was a 6.2 ROAS. And then I have another one right here that generated me a $100 sale. This one spent $20, so a little more than I would like, but it was a $100 sale, so I'm not going to complain. That brought me a 4.93 ROAS. Overall, this was a profitable day at a 1.68 ROAS. Not crazy profits. Again, I'm not trying to turn a profit. I'm just trying to figure out which ad sets are performing well. So then we'll go to yesterday. I believe yesterday was actually a pretty good day. Let me check and we will see. Actually, it was not. So now yesterday I had some ad sets that performed decently, but the overall ROAS was not good. And I only had 1 purchase on each ad set at max. There weren't any that had 2 or 3, which was kind of bad. Like, I want to see consistently multiple purchases each ad set. But again, this is only the first week. I'm not expecting it. So now what I normally do when I'm testing all of these products and testing ads is I'll go and look at the first few days of the ads and see which ones I want to start potentially scaling. So we have this one right here at 4 purchases with a 1.88 ROAS. That is profitable. It's not crazy profits though. I have this one at 3 purchases and it's only a 0.96 ROAS. That's not good. I'm not going to be scaling that. I have one down here with a 2.23 and it has 2 purchases. Maybe if it gets 1 more, I may look into scaling it. This one has 2 purchases at $18 spent, $9.28 cost per purchase, 6.73 ROAS. That's profitable. I'll probably end up scaling that if it gets another purchase or 2. In my opinion, testing the ads and the campaigns, that's kind of the difficult parts, just because you have to figure out interests and you have to do all of that stuff in targeting and figure out who your target audience is. When you're scaling, it's so easy because you can just do lookalikes and broad campaigns and scale really quickly. So let's just say I'm going to be scaling this one with 4 purchases at an average cost of purchase for $21, and then this one at $20.76. It only has 2 purchases, so I would wait till it has a few more, but we're just gonna say that for the video's sake. So what I would do, there's 2 things you could do. You can either duplicate each of these ad sets 5 times into their each campaign. So let's just say we take this one, we duplicate it 5 times, and then we put it into its own campaign, and you can give it a $100 to $500 daily spend, and then you wanna make sure you're giving each ad set a daily minimum spend. So what that will do is, let's just say you're doing a $500 a day CBO. What you'll do is you'll again take these, duplicate them 5 times, and then each ad set, you'll give them a $50 daily spend. That will essentially just allow each ad set to potentially perform well. If you just give the CBO free reign, sometimes ad sets don't even get any spend, which is an issue because you want to see which ones are going to perform well at a similar daily spend. So that's what you could do. That's number 1. And you can do that with any ad set that's performing well. So if this one was performing well, you could do it with that one. If this one was, you can. This one, like, you can do it with however many you want. This is why it's super easy to go from doing like $100 to $300 a day revenue all the way to like $3,000 to $5,000 a day revenue. If you have these campaigns and they perform well, you can increase budget and generate a lot more money pretty quickly. So that's one route that you can go. Another route you can go is you can take your top 3 to 5 performing ad sets, duplicate them into a CBO, 1 CBO this time, and then just give the CBO a $100 to $500 daily spend. Same minimum spend per ad set. It just depends on your budget. Now that I've tested the ads and the product and I know that it's working pretty well, there is some potential. Like, here's today's ads. I have one with 2 purchases, 3.6 ROAS. Let's just see what else. This one has 1 purchase at a $6.44 cost per purchase, 275, 17 ROAS. So there is potential. I just have to scale it up and see what performs, again, while at high spend. So the next thing to do is test a lot of different creatives, and that's what I'm doing at the moment, testing photos, videos, different captions, and all that stuff. And my voice sounds a little weird. I don't think I've drank enough water today, so I'll get on that after this video. But that's essentially how I break down my ads. Like, I don't do anything crazy. I just look at what performs consistently, and then I test it at a higher spend because I want to see what I can run and scale up and consistently will bring in me revenue. And if it does work at a higher spend, great, I'll let the campaigns coast. If not, I'll turn the campaign off and continue to test, or turn the ad sets off, continue to test. I'll test new interests, do all that stuff until I have a lot of data to where I can then move into lookalikes to collect more data and then go into broad targeting. Broad targeting is the easiest way to scale, where you run campaigns literally not even targeting an interest, like just running them. These top 2 ad sets from today, they're actually from a broad campaign. There's no no interest on them, and one has a 3.6 ROAS. So that's really good. This was on accident though. We meant to select interest, but we didn't. So they just ran broad today and they worked well, which now has me questioning my strategy if I should just try broad targeting off the bat. So that may be something I do in the near future, like in the next week or two with new products I test. I guess I'll report back to you guys when I do that, but that's kind of it for again how I analyze my data. If you guys take action on what I said, so again scaling up a few ad sets, you can easily go from spending like $100 to $200 per day to getting up to $2,000 spend, which should generate you like $5,000 to $6,000 every single day. And that can happen in the span of 1 to 2 weeks, where you're going from testing and spending like $100 to $200 daily to then spending a few grand, and now you're generating like $5,000 daily. It is not that difficult. You just have to continue to test. Also refresh your creatives, get new videos in, get new photos, try all that stuff out, and if you continuously test and scale, you should be solid. I mean, it's not, again, too complex. Facebook ads is just one of those things where once it clicks in your head, every video you watch on Facebook ads, it's so obvious. But until you grasp it 100%, it does seem a little foreign. Hopefully this video helped a lot of you guys out. It's what I'm currently doing. Like, this is literally my ads for today. It's not like this was a month ago. This is how I'm currently analyzing data and scaling accordingly. So this will be another store that I'll probably make some more content on, because I have a lot of products that I'm testing. This weekend I should be launching around 5 more products, so I'm just going to be consistently rolling out new content for you guys on analyzing Facebook ads, scaling ads, finding products, all of the stuff that you guys need for Q4, because there's a lot of money to be made now more than ever. Black Friday is coming up and stores are going to be shut down. A lot of people are probably not going to want to go in person to shop, so this is going to be a huge year for the e-commerce industry. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys did get massive value. If you did, leave a like, click subscribe if you have not already. If you are subscribed, thanks for the support. And then if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop those in the comment section. And also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I don't know what you guys are doing. I do polls on there, I do Q&As, I do all that stuff, and I try to engage with you guys as much as I possibly can. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, because like, why not? Other than that though, hope you guys again did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video.